The beginnings of Monkey. Yes, Monkey answered cockily. First, I'll show you a somersault cloud, and then the 72 transformations. All the others nodded. Monkey said the magic words, jumped head over heels, and soon was out of sight. An instant later, he reappeared with a grin and said, I went 60,000 miles. Then he clenched his fist and said another spell, shook himself, and changed into a pine tree. As the disciples were standing under the tree, they couldn't see clearly when it changed into a white crane that flew over and landed on the ground to greet them. When the disciples saw it, they clapped their hands and cheered. They didn't realize that the row they had been making had disturbed the patriarch, who rushed out and asked, Who's making that row? All the disciples knelt and said, We were cheering because Mhong did some transformations just now. We beg you to forgive us for disturbing you, Master. Seeing Monkey couldn't behave himself, the patriarch worried that this would lead to serious trouble. So he sent them all away except for Xu Mhong. You can't stay here for long, for your life will be in danger, he said. Go back to where you came from. Monkey kowtowed and said, Please forgive me, Master. I have not yet done anything to thank you for your kindness to me over the years. I can't bring myself to go. Then the patriarch said, What sort of favor would you be doing me by staying? I'll be grateful enough if you keep me out of any trouble you get into. Now that you're going, the patriarch added, I'm sure that you will cause trouble. I forbid you under any circumstances to call yourself my disciple. If you so much as hint at it, I will know at once, and I'll skin you, chop up your bones, and make sure you never recover. I'll do what you say, Xu Mhong replied. Then he changed his clothes and said goodbye to his master and the other disciples. Xu Mhong went down the mountain. He missed the home he'd been away from for 20 years and his children and grandchildren. So he said the spell and went straight by somersault through the clouds to the mountain of flowers and fruit. Within 2 hours, he could see the water curtain cave on the mountain of flowers and fruit. He looked down and saw that everything was in ruins. There was not a single flower or fruit tree in front of the cave. He could hear cranes and apes crying and howling. Coming round to the front of the cave, Monkey shouted, Children, I'm back! At this, thousands and thousands of monkeys came bounding from caves in the cliffs, from holes in the ground, and down from the trees. They all crowded around the Monkey King, weeping bitterly.